guys, welcome to 𝑽𝒊𝒐𝒍𝒆𝒕 Awakening. Today we got Explosive Pride featuring our Ting-Lu EX, Starmie, Hitmonlee, and the new Venture Bomb combo, basically placing damage counters on our opponent's one price Pokemon as fast as we can before they actually get to use their ability. We get to lock Munkidori, Froslass's ability, and also 𝑑𝑉𝒂𝒂𝒓𝒄 and all of those other one prizers like maybe 𝑽𝒊𝒐𝒍𝒆𝒕 or any other Fan-Rotom, stuff like that. You know, we want to be locking those one prize abilities so that we can actually prevent them from using those search supports or even draw supports for them to get the cards that they need, while spreading a bunch of damage with our Land Scoop, hitting 150 damage on their active, plus 2 more damage counter on one of their bench Pokemon. We also get to spread with Starmie's ability and also Venture Bomb. We got no Munkidori for this list. We're not playing Luminous Energy or Darkness because we actually need you know, fighting for not just our Ting-Lu, but it also helps with Powerglass Energy Switch and a bunch of other cards like Bloodmoon Ursaluna. We are actually playing baby Bloodmoon Ursaluna for us to freely attach 2 extra fighting energy from our hand onto that Pokemon, basically allowing it to charge itself up for it to use Mad Bite, hitting 30 more damage for each damage counter on opponent's active Pokemon, plus 100 base, which means you only need 6 damage counters for a one-hit knockout against a Stage 2 EX, against any tanky Pokemons, except maybe Garchomp, in which case you would have to wait a couple extra turns, maybe play your 3rd Starmie or something. We do have that one Night Stretcher, so we could actually like wait until we have enough damage counters on their Garchomp before we actually pull off a one-hit KO. We also have our TM Devo, which is going to help us against Evolution EX decks. If they, you know, if we have enough damage counters on all of their Evolution Pokemons after they evolve, we actually get to play the TM at the right time to get us extra prizes with that one single Devolution. So we have our Surfer as well for us to switch out into our Hitmonlee so that we get to use it as fast as possible on our first turn if we go second, for us to spread damage on all of their baby Pokemon so that they can't actually use the ability. We are actually switching out the Hitmonlee into our Ting-Lu so that we get to lock them from the get-go. If they play Boss or Counter Catcher though, they still get to use their ability once more, but we are hoping against hope that they don't get their Boss at the right time. We are hoping against hope that we get to play our Scoop Up Cyclone or our Penny to remove all Pokemons from play but the Ting-Lu, while also discarding our Starmie from play. Once we use his ability, we actually get to place 2 damage counter and also remove that card from play, essentially leaving only Ting-Lu EX as the sole Pokemon, preventing them from doing a Boss or a Counter Catcher or you know, Iron Bundle or Rhyme to basically push out our Ting-Lu into something else, allowing them to deactivate the ability and basically use their ability once more. So Munkidori gets to transfer damage counters from their Pokemon, Froslass get to ping us if we have Ting-Lu on the bench and something else in the active. If we have a second Ting-Lu in the active though, it should be still fine, but we want to be having nothing but Ting-Lu EX in play at some point in the game. That's why we have 1 Penny, 1 Pokegear, and 1 Arven to search for the Scoop Up Cyclone. We don't have our redeemable ticket though to search for the Cyclone from the prize, but we do have that 1 Ace Pack and also ways to search for it. You can also think about adding Professor Turo's scenario into the list if you want to make it easier for you to leave nothing in play but your Ting-Lu EX. If you want to make it easier for you to scoop up your Hitmonlee, you know, faster before they actually get to pull off the Counter Catcher. So we're going to do our Twister Kick right here, switching into our Ting-Lu for the lock and also to activate Powerglass, giving us that extra 1 energy, allowing us to attack with Land Scoop on the next turn, spreading more damage on their bench. They are actually benching another Munkidori, so let's hope they don't get the second Darkness Energy that fast. They got their Vengeful Punch attached to the Maractus, and they are playing off using its ability to place even more damage counters on our active, on the attacking Pokemon if we knock out their Maractus. But since we are playing off our Curse Land ability, we get to lock not just Froslass, Munkidori's damage transfer, but also the recoil damage from Maractus's ability. We get to lock all of it. All of their Pokemons, all of their abilities that they have in play, and they are actually evolving both the Froslass on the next turn if I'm not mistaken. They are doing TM Evo, but they have the tool card attached to the active, so they can't do Evo right now. Doesn't matter if they can, because they actually need to counter catch something or do the Boss. They got no draw support. We're just gonna remove the Venture Bomb here. I think we eventually cut down to 1 copy of the bomb just because it's not really that great. We don't have Munkidori to transfer. We're not playing off the self recoil. We only are using it hoping for a heads. If we get a tails, it's not gonna help us at all. So that's why we only have, I think, 1 or 2 copies now. We're gonna just bench our second Staryu here and try to use the Mysterious Comet twice in a row. I think we should be using it right now though to hit the Munkidori or maybe the Snorunt, but we chose to pass the turn because we actually want them to punish themselves with their own Froslass. Yeah, that might actually be the smarter move here. So no way we can avoid the Vengeful Punch recoil because we don't have Jamming Tower for this list. We're not doing Watchtower anymore. No more towers. We got instead the Town Store and Artazon. We used to have Baby Ting-Lu as well for extra spread, but now we have Hitmonlee instead because it's actually way better. It's really annoying when you have damage counters on their bench, but they still get to play their abilities. So yeah, Baby Ting-Lu doesn't work with the EX. Here comes another Maractus though. They got the rescue board on the active. Gonna retreat back to another Maraki with a counter gain attached, and that means they can attach a darkness to a third Munkidori, but thankfully they bench a third Maractus instead. No transfer for this turn. We got lucky, I think. Or maybe they have the third Dory prize, you never know. So they're hitting 40 damage because we are weak towards grass, unfortunately. They could be playing Buddy, but instead they're doing Maractus for the extra damage, I guess. They could be doing like counter, what's it called again? Defiance Band for Buddy though. Would be sort of the same thing. But they could be playing Defiance Band for Maractus as well, so that's way more damage, right? Buddy has 0 energy cost as we all know, and that means they are free to attach that 1 energy on their Munkidori. But with your Maractus though, you could actually do counter gain as they're doing right now, or you could play Crispin. At some point in the game you could do a Crispin. Experience share works as well. If you do experience share on your Munkidori, they knock out your Maractus. They're probably going to do a boss on your Munkidori though if you have an experience share attached, so yeah. They're not playing Shaman either. I don't know why people don't do Shaman anymore. Maybe they have it priced. Shaman would be perfect for any 1 price decks though, because if you're not doing EXs, if you don't have Terras in your deck, you should be playing a Shaman, right? Anyways, back to the game. I think this is the point where we made a really terrible mistake of not playing our Scoop Up Cyclone. Because if they play a counter catcher on their next turn, they could actually use Munkidori to transfer onto our active Ting-Lu. Or our bench Ting-Lu after pulling out our Hitmonlee into the active, so that they actually get to reactivate their ability and also play on their Froslass to knock us out, right? So they can actually take out our Ting-Lu and then force us to recharge our second one, which is going to be really hard because we can't play our energy switch anymore. It's going to take a while before we can actually get enough energy on our second Ting-Lu going for us to attack with. So it's basically going to delay us for a couple turns, which could actually help them because they are actually playing Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX for the late game KO. So I think we're kind of pushing the boundaries here by playing the Iono instead of our Scoop Up Cyclone, and then just, you know, cleaning up on the damage counter so that we actually deny them that 1 KO. So at some point we also have to think about removing that Hitmonlee with our Penny. We do have our 𝑑𝑗𝒂𝒓𝒄𝒂𝒄 for the draw support. If we have 𝑑𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂𝒄 in play though, you know, so maybe you don't want to be having 𝑑𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂𝒄 in this deck. Maybe swap it out for a 2-row, I don't know. It's hard to say because sometimes you get stuck with no supporters in your hand. Even if you have like 20, I've tested this deck so many times. At some point I have like maybe 21 supporter in the deck and still get stuck. So now we don't have Carmine anymore because Carmine is a really bad supporter. If you're playing a deck that does not have any support, that is not allowed to play any support abilities, like a quad deck or Iron Thorns deck, something like that, a quad Arbok as well. So you want to be having enough supporters in the deck, I suppose. And not be playing on your Carmine, because Carmine actually helps us use Powerglass a lot earlier. Though if we go first, we could actually play on the discard for us to do Carmine, but then you could actually just do Cycling Road if you want to discard early and more of your Vessel, more of your basic energies for you to play on your Powerglass. But if you do Cycling Road, you're not allowed to play your Town Store. If you play Town Store, you can't do Cycling Road. So it's kind of difficult to say which card is the best. If you play Carmine though, you're only drawing 5 cards at some point in the game, which is not great. Especially late game, if you draw only 5, you're not going to get anything at all. Carmine is just not going to work out. So bottom line, now we have Research instead with Explorer's Guidance. First turn discard, unnecessary since we have Hitmonlee now. It's not really that important for us to charge up our Ting-Lu that early, that fast. All we need to do is lock them as fast as we can and think about removing that Hitmonlee once we have enough energies to attack with, and then slowly charge up our second Ting-Lu on the bench. Just because once your first one get knocked out, we don't have Heavy Baton for this deck. Heavy Baton, it's not actually allowed since we are doing Powerglass. So it's kind of your own preference. See what you prefer to play. If they do Jamming Tower, you can't actually do the Baton as well. So it's really hard to say which one's better. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna end the voice over here because focus on the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you find this combo interesting, drop comments down below about what you guys think about Ting-Lu EX in the current meta, just because there is not enough acceleration, I feel, for this card. I would really love to use this as a power card against Munkidori, because it's actually the only card in format right now that locks Munkidori from using its annoying transfer. Bloody Adrenabrain is just invincible right now, and having a card that locks not just Froslass but also Munkidori at the same time is bonker bananas, and I really want to make this card work, but it's super difficult right now, unless if you want to do cards like Energy Switch with Sandy Shocks. If you want to play on Gita or TM Turbo Energize, be my guest, but I don't think either of those is that efficient either, so I'm just going for Powerglass. You might actually think about Heavy Baton, but I still feel Powerglass is the best. But anyways, we'll see you next time. Have a great day and bye everyone!